do the kitty cat. Hi. Hi, Scampy. For anybody listening, we're on StreamYard, and the queen is here, the little kitty cat. She got big.
She's
so
huge.
pretty.
Look at her. She used to be a little baby, and now she's
coloring
funky.
looks like a leopard.
Yeah, she's a wild child.
She's
She truly is wild. I'll be like, sometimes I'll just like stand up for a second to stretch my legs, and then immediately jumps into my chair, and I'm afraid I'm gonna crush her one day because she just can't stop stealing my chair.
She likes your butt heat, probably.
Nah, I think she just likes to feel like a queen.
That
And
too.
Felipe doesn't let her anywhere near his sitting areas. So.
It's like, nah, B, this isn't my
Yeah.
area.
Well, they've established a hierarchy where I watched her approach Felipe, my older cat, and she isn't really allowed, I guess, on the bed the same time he's allowed on the bed unless she approaches him with her head bowed low.
Oh.
So there's definitely like that's like the cat version of like kissing the ring in order to approach.
I get it. He's the king. Hey everybody, I am Aimee.
And I'm Roo.
And this is Pillow
Fort.
We're almost towards the end of the season. So happy we're here. It's been absolutely busy, wild, crazy. On our last episode, we talked about Fringe. Roo, you've been prepping for Fringe since when? How many months has it been?
I think it was like one extremely heavy month. Because like when we went on the cruise is around when rehearsals just started.
Right.
And then like that entire month of April and May has just been consumed.
I know, me too. And like, Rue had her sold out shows. That was amazing. And you got Best of Fest. That was amazing. And then I had Psych, which was amazing. It was all amazing, but gosh, it's so much work. And then, yeah, this is the first weekend I didn't plan anything, where I have like 3 days where I plan nothing, and it feels amazing. And I might not ever do anything again. I may never do anything ever again now.
Well, so I didn't realize how much I exerted myself until I literally overslept for every single morning meeting I've had this week.
Oh my God. It's so hard to do a day job and do nighttime jobs. It's really hard. Are you in trouble? Are you going to get in trouble?
No. Well, so today I got off scot-free, and I'm going to say this because by the time that people from my work actually listen to this podcast, if they do, I will have probably left the industry. But I was saved because so we have like a 8:30 a.m. check-in normally with like my team, but I was saved because there was like a workshop at the same time that started earlier with a lot more people on there, so I'm able to like kind of sneak in there. But I wasn't really able to sneak in there that much because like one of the people who like scheduled that meeting was like, hey, did you guys just get out of a meeting or something?
So hard. It's so hard. It really is. Like, when they say you can do it all, you can't do it all. You can do one thing kind of okay sometimes. It's impossible to do everything. It's really hard.
I mean, it's still important to do that one thing kind of okay badly sometimes though, because there's so many people who like get stuck in trying to like deliver the most perfect thing ever, and then they never get their word out. They never get the art.
That's why you just do what Roo and Aimee does. 10,000 things just fine.
Yeah, jack of all trades is better than a master of none. At least that's, I don't know if that's how, I don't know. I think I just totally butchered this.
You did. That's fine. All right, we have a voicemail from our number one pillow princess, Bobby Wesley. Are you ready to hear it, Rue? I almost called you a different name. I haven't talked to you in so long.
Yeah, who am I? Well, yeah, I'm ready to hear it.
All right, let's see. Let me know if you can hear it.
If I call you that, I don't know. It sounds weird when I do.
Oh wait.
Oh, you have to start it over again.
Anyway,
how do I start it over? Hold on.
Grady's having issues.
You know what? Granny number 2 didn't know how to send me a voicemail, so we got to do it all janky. So I don't want to hear it.
Well, I couldn't download it. It wouldn't let me download it.
Granny, so you're Granny too.
Whatever.
Don't whatever me.
Whatever.
All right, I got it. Ready? Okay.
Pillow princesses. Is it okay if I call you that? I don't know. It sounds weird when I do it. Anyway, I'm on the right side of history. Anyway, hey, so long-time listener to the pod, first-time caller.
Our only
And first, I think y'all should start doing like a call-in segment for your legion of fans to be like, have, like, hey, I have a thought or a reaction to the thing that I just listened to.
It's always going to be Bobby.
Because I do. So, Roo, you have my sympathies with your exercise turned like face planting shenanigans, because I can relate to that. As y'all know, last year I was on tour with my fringe show, Apolitical. For your listeners out there, it's a fringe show. It's like independent theater. I did 7 cities and 40 shows. I'm doing this just for you two because like it's not going on the pod, but I'm pretending like it is.
It is going on the pod, Bobby.
Shout out. So anyway. I was in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, because that's how they say their city, province, and country. I was in Edmonton, which is the big one in North America. And the folks I was staying with, my billets, who hosted me, which is the only way artists can make any money, they had a bike that they were like, hey, we're like a couple of kilometers away. And you can use our bike. And I was like, that's awesome, because they had basically they have like their health system is good, and he had money left over in his account, and so he was able to spend it on bikes from Amazon. So he bought some cheap bikes from Amazon that he has friends and like traveling artists use. So cool. So I'm there. It's like my first day. I'm going to go pick up my posters and like try to hang them around Edmonton and figure out where I'm going and all that sort of thing. And I'm about to cross a super busy street. And you know how like when you're gonna like jump and like take a big pedal forward, you hit that pedal hard to like kick it in gear. So I hit it hard, and I'm about to cross this super busy like 5-lane road, and the pedal breaks off, like shears off on the joint. And I've already put all my momentum into that big right foot, and I go right over the front of these things, and I'm going like sailing face first into the concrete because I don't have time to like brace myself at all. And my only thought, because I'm opening at like 11:30 p.m. the next night, is, oh God, I hope I don't break my teeth.
Yeah.
Exercise is dangerous, Roo. I didn't even have a dog. I just had a Jeff Bezos's bikes are cheap. Y'all don't buy one. Buy a better bike. Build a better bike. So I busted my face, and I literally bled for my art all over a busy street in Canada. And I did not break my teeth out, thankfully. I did bust my lip. I was thankful for the facial hair. And I have now on my chin what's going to be like a Harrison Ford scar. So that's kind of cool. I got that going for me. Anyway, so thanks for taking my call. Love the pod. Pillow Princesses Unite or whatever.
Yay, Bobby. It's I love it because like it reminds me of like olden times when like old guys would just like call, and Bobby's not old, he's my age, well we're old, but when old people would just call into the radio just to hear themselves talk, that was really nostalgic. And I hope anybody that's listening sends us a message, because I'd love to take a message every single time. That's so fun.
Yeah, a nice voice message would be good. I don't think we could do like a traditional call-in segment like Bobby suggested, because I mean, as some people who listen to this pod have pointed out, we don't release these episodes in the time that we say we're gonna release them. So.
Oh well, yeah, the timeline. The
timeline. There's a lot of time traveling happening. Yeah, like.
Well, I don't know. If someone pays us to do the pod every single day, then we could do this as a job, and then we can have the quality that's being demanded of our 9 listeners. But until then.
Yeah, but I mean, to go back to what Bobby was saying, exercise is evil, and don't do it.
I love it. Well, and so I'll make that my topic if you don't mind, Roo, because I have some thoughts about that topic.
Oh, really?
Actually.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, and so thank you, Bobby, for that. I'm glad your teeth are fine. I think falling in public is one of the most embarrassing things. And I know we already talked about your fall in public, Roo, but I've had so many falls in public that like I have like a list of them. And the worst part about falling in public is like that minute when you're like laying down and like you don't know if you're okay or if you need help. Right. And it's like if you're alone, fine. But then if there's like people around you and everybody around, everything in the world stops when you fall. And like you have to make that decision to like like get up and like act like nothing happened, or get up and be like, man, like look around to see if anybody saw. There's like so many things you have to do to like to gather your composure that it's just like there's no way to recover. Like there's no way. You just have to like take a minute because it's so mentally embarrassing, and then your whole body hurts, and it's just it's a hard time. It's a hard thing to
Yeah,
fall
I
in
feel
public.
like there's a couple of things about falling in public. One, it's a little bit of a test to the people around you. It's like, who's gonna help me while I'm down,
Right? Who's
right?
gonna keep on walking? Who's gonna keep on driving? Who's gonna
Yeah,
stay and
why did
help?
that happen? I'm like, there was like, I was a busy street. There couldn't be one driver just like pulling over to make sure I wasn't dead.
Would you have wanted that though? That's embarrassing too. Would you want
I
someone?
mean, if they seemed like a safe enough person, I would have appreciated a ride back to my house. Okay. But like,
You fell, hurt yourself, and then had to walk back home. That's a really bad part of it.
dude, I had to walk like straight up. It was like a half a mile back home.
Oh
Actually,
my
no,
gosh.
I think from that point to like from the point where I fell to like my house, it was like a little bit less than a full mile.
Ugh, that's that, and then you have to like really. Oh, that's right. You're walking home crying. That's right.
Yeah, I walked home crying. So there's that part. But then like, you know what's worse than that is like as you get older, like the more concerned people are when you have a public fall, the more they're like, "Oh shit, they think I'm old and I'm about to break a hip."
It is like there's just something really embarrassing as you age because like I remember some of them when I was younger and it's like adorable and cute, but then when you're past a certain age, everyone's like, "Oh no!" Like it's yeah. There's such a humility factor to it, and you don't and like is someone gonna help you? Like, did I talk on the pod about when I fell in front of Ibar? I've told you the story, but I don't know if I've talked about
I
it.
think you've told. I don't know if it was on the pod.
So my biggest one was always when I was drinking. Like I love to run and race. And then if I was drinking, I'd be like, "Hey, Roo, do you want to race me in a foot race?" And people always would. And so the biggest one for me was I was downtown Orlando, Orange Avenue, in high heels, in dress pants, because we dressed like we were going to the office whenever we were in the clubs in the early 2000s, full blazer. And I was like, okay, I drank a bottle of gin in the car with a friend because you have to pregame because we were poor, college kids or whatever. And so we start running, we run, and then I trip and fall right in front of Barbecue Bar. What used to be Barbecue Bar and iBar. And
Barbecue bar.
you never been to Barbecue Bar?
No.
Oh, you would have loved it. Oh, that was the place. I'm gonna make that another topic. Barbecue Bar was right next to iBar, and it was just like the diviest bar that we all went to every night. Lots of
R.I.P. downtown Orlando.
I
It
know.
sounded like
was
it used to be like fun and like it's just turned into this terrible place.
we used to tear it up and we used to have so much fun literally every single night, and everybody was there in town, and then there were so many shows, there was so much to do. Yeah, RIP. But so I was out front, I fell face first, and literally everybody, because everybody used to stand outside and smoke, and they just all stared at me and no one even laughed. It was like, it's funny when you fall and everybody laughs, but if you fall and nobody laughs, it's like really bad. And it was really bad, and I laid down, I took a minute, I got up, my knee, my fancy pants were ripped. my knee was all bloody. Thankfully, nothing on my face. I did learn how to fall as a figure skater. You don't go face or hands first. You just let your body fall where it was. But it was like, and my whole body hurt, but I was drunk, so it was fine. So it didn't really hurt. And I was in my early 20s or mid 20s, so I didn't really feel it until the next day. So, but you feel the memory. You feel the mental part of it for the rest of your life. You never forget. A really bad
Yeah,
fall.
I'm pretty sure there was one time where we were like practicing improv in my backyard and I pretended to be a soccer ball. And this was like right after I just recovered from a concussion.
That's right. That's right. She did like a cartoon fall. It was like, woo, and like your foot like went out from underneath of you, and then did you fall on your head again, but backwards? I think.
Yeah, I think I fell backwards.
Or you did like a kick or something. You were committing to the art. You did. That's like one of our first practices we ever had. I think it was me, you, and Niffer, wasn't it?
Imagine like going to someone's house for the first time.
I think it was. I was impressed. I was like, this girl's got it. This girl's gonna do what she's gotta do for her art.
I mean, I think just the dumbest part about it is the fact that I was like pretending to be a soccer ball, and like,
which I love too. Because that's
which,
I mean,
well, out of all
the
the
scene,
things,
the
out
scene
of
needed
all,
it.
out of all the things to be in a scene, you always pick the inanimate object.
And again, I didn't know you that well yet, so I couldn't tell like if you were hurt or not because you just kind of played it off. And now looking back, you probably were hurt, but embarrassed and didn't want to say anything.
I don't know. I feel like I recovered pretty well from that. I don't think I was hurt from that because it was like soft, sandy ground.
What was the concussion from to begin with? Before that one?
Oh my god.
I don't remember.
Well, because this was, I think, right before I started doing comedy, maybe,
Mhm.
is the concussion. I don't know. But there's a video of it somewhere because I used to be like religiously into yoga, and I was trying to like practice getting into like crow or a handstand. So to check my form, I set my phone in front, and then like I was turning to get back on the mat. But between my phone
Mm.
and getting back on the mat is a leg press. So I swivel
Mm.
my head really hard into this leg press, and
Ugh.
and immediately went to a yoga class after that because I was like, I'm not about to let this no-show fee hit my bank account. So I
Yeah.
still went and like did the most intense moves for your brain in this yoga class. And the day after, I went to EDC, and I was like, why do I feel
Oh
literally
my
crazy?
gosh. So
Uh,
much.
I was like, why do I feel literally crazy? And then I go to a doctor, and they're like, you should probably like go through like some physical therapy and have these medications.
Oh my gosh, that's right. Yeah, that's right when we met. I'm glad you're okay. You know, and it's so they someone should just give you a show of like Roo doing activities because you're gonna be doing an activity. You're gonna find an activity and you're gonna do it.
I just, I want to. Here's what it is. It's the key to living forever is to always be curious and excited about something.
That's it. Listen to Rue about that. Before we go on, I have one other story about falling in public that haunts me.
Oh
Um,
boy.
I used to do roller derby. I did roller derby for like a year in my late 30s. I was already a mom by then. And the thing about aging is your brain still thinks you can do things, right? Like I've told people on the pod before, I'm a very good roller skater. I did Junior Olympics. You know, I was a very good roller. Your brain still thinks you're a good roller skater. Your brain
You
still thinks you
probably
can.
are.
Well, you can. Like I can still go pretty good. I can go backwards. I can do all these things. But so like,
Better than me.
I'm
because
definitely better than
because
you.
because I'd be falling, and so I never like got past step one.
It's not an easy, and it's not easy as you're older to learn, which we do need to teach you because it's so fun. But
I'm gonna get fucked up.
yeah, you might. I mean, that's how Larry's got a cast on right now. I think he hurt himself. He went roller skating and didn't even fall, and it just messed up his foot. He's on a cast right now, or like a boot.
Boo.
Poor guy. We're just getting older, and so we were at practice for roller derby. That was all fine, and I was like, kind of like saying, "Oh, you know how I brag about being a good skater." I was bragging about it, and they're like, "Well, can you do like jumps and turns?" I was like, "Absolutely," you know. And so I do the spin. I can still do spins, but I went around the track, and I was like, "Yeah, I can still do jumps." I go to do the jump. It's called a what's it called? A flip. It's called a flip. You don't actually do a flip, you do a circular flip. I go backwards, but my legs don't push me up. And then I just kind of go up and then I fall backwards on my head. And
Oh my
literally, there was the
god.
whole team watching me after I just bragged about being able to do it. And it was
Not
like,
after bragging.
after bragging. And I'm
Not
laying
after
there. And again,
bragging.
like you just have to lay there for a minute because it takes especially if you fall backwards, it takes the air out of you. You have to gain your composure. I have a helmet on, thankfully. And again, nobody does anything. Everyone just kind of like stays there and waits a minute. And I'm like, put my hand up. I'm like, I'm okay. I'm all right.
Yeah, you gotta do the stunt guy thing.
Thumbs up, yeah.
You know, okay, so in the chat, I just put a picture, and at least any fall is better than this fall.
Let me see
It's
if I can pull it.
it's Jason Derulo falling at the Met Gala a couple years ago.
Oh my
And it's the
gosh.
most cartoon fall.
Is that real?
That's real.
Let me see if I can share my screen. Hold on.
It's 2023 Met Gala.
Present. Okay. Present, extra camera, slides and PDFs. Let's try and see if that works. Present your computer. Upload file. Hold on.
Granny noises.
Who, me right now?
Yeah.
Whatever. You could have shared your screen too.
Yeah, but I didn't. I guess I didn't think about this part.
There we go. Share. Okay. So walk us through this. I had never heard about this. What is?
So I don't know exactly what happens, but this is definitely the red carpet at the Met Gala, and like.
And if you're not watching this, it is Jason Derulo in a white suit going down a red carpeted stairs, but his head—it's almost like a full headstand.
Yeah,
do they have a video? Is there video of this? We're gonna have to find a video.
Hold on, I gotta. I don't know if there is a video of it, but it's a classic. it's a classic.
And this all goes back to the funniest thing to me is people falling, but if they're in an outfit, if they're in a fancy outfit, if they're in a chicken suit, like it's just my favorite thing. And I've talked about this 1,000 times, but if you find Fresh Prince of Bel-Air blooper reels, Fresh Prince falling in a chicken outfit in a blooper reel. I watch it once a month just to cheer me up. I don't know, as long as someone's not hurt. Like falling is hilarious as long as someone's not hurt. Ooh, that Jason Derulo one's good.
So I don't think I can't find a video of it, but
all right, I'll have to search for it. I love it. Okay. Well, that's my topic. That was very fun and therapeutic for me. I'll probably have 10 more of those one day and just keep track of all the times I've fallen and been embarrassed. But all right, what you got? What's your topic, Room?
So I'm just gonna let's just talk about kids being at shows.
What kind of shows?
Well, okay, as comedians, someone's always bringing a kid, you know? And like it's okay. I think kids should participate in society. However, like when there's a kid in the audience and you're performing, do you feel like you have to censor yourself?
Oh my god, what made you bring this topic up? Did I tell you about Psych? I told you about Psych.
No, but I have something fringe related that is wild that I feel like I should tell you.
So yeah, I get nervous because like I knew one of the comedians was bringing their kid, okay? And they're 14, fine. But their kid also brought a kid with them. So there was 2 kids in the Psych show right up front while I'm like interviewing one of the kids' moms for Psych. I got so nervous. Yes, I censored myself and I got very, very nervous. So yeah, tell me what happened with you.
Okay, so there's 2 things that happened. So one, just naturally being a part of like a Disney spoof, it did bring a couple of kids, but like we're straight up like our show wasn't that bad because it like it had innuendo. We really wanted it to get a little bit more raunchy, but the rating that I guess they applied for the show was like PG-13. So we kept it to like the classic only 2 fucks allowed, which is a little bit more racier than 1 fuck allowed.
Well, now we gotta put our thing. Now we gotta put Pillow Princesses as an R because you said fuck 3 times, right?
Whatever. This is on the radio. Until I get that radio check, like I get to say fuck all I want. I'll be out here like a soprano.
Fucking gabagool. You never do say fuck. You don't say fuck a lot, actually, now that I think about it.
I don't. I feel like my relationship with swear words, like when I was younger, oh, I loved it. I was cussing like a sailor to the point where like I concerned adults around me.
Oh, I love it. That's
Because it's like
hilarious.
this tiny little face, just like
It's so funny.
just
Fuck
trying
you.
to say every
off.
like bad word without really realizing the
Yes.
like weight that it carries. But like as I get older, I mean, if the occasion doesn't call for it, I'm not gonna like randomly insert it in because I
Okay.
think it like I think it
Gratuitous.
takes away the weight, the gravitas
Oh,
of the
okay, go
word.
back to kids being at shows. So kids at
So
your friend's show. It's
so
it's supposed to be PG-13.
I mean, so like that one was fine because everyone was clothed. It's like it's just there's gonna be some adult content, but it might be able to go over your head.
Mm-hmm.
However, there was another show that had a definitely an R rating.
Mm-hmm.
And like what are you gonna do? Like, if you are the parent are there and you're consenting to have your child in the show, then like, and it's a scripted show, you can't you can't alter the show. I
Right.
mean, like, you shouldn't be expected to alter the show because like you were already told up front that it's a mature show. It's
Right.
literally like a mature show, and then like. So, I'm not gonna say the name of the show, but it was a fantastic thing. I just don't want them to get in trouble if it
Yeah.
happens to be like that. It was a fantastic show,
Mm.
but it had like musical numbers, and there was in the front. It was like one of those venues that like is like surrounded. The stage is surrounded on all the sides, so there's
Yeah.
like a left, a right, and the front. And like the right side of the stage, there's a part where you're kind of like in the corner a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So you see a lot of like the back
Right.
of the play basically, or of the musical rather. But so the whole thing, the whole show is essentially like the coming out of two people who are in the sports game. And so like one of the musical numbers is literally like I love cock.
That's hilarious.
I love dick.
Oh my gosh.
Which that is hilarious. I
Right.
loved it. But there was like a lot of innuendo. There's a part where like two of the main characters are stretching, but they're like being they're not doing anything with each other, but
Right.
it's like stretching grunts like everywhere, and it's just like it's ridiculous. It's hilarious. But there's a part of the show that goes into a ballet sequence, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But like in this ballet sequence, some of the men are in their underwear.
Oh
And
boy.
some of the underwear, it's like the front is covered, but the back is fully exposed.
Oh boy.
Like full.
That's hilarious. So they're gonna see it. They're gonna
Full.
see it.
And it's like they're going around in a whole circle, and like these looking out at this like 8-year-old child like learning so much about
And then for a play, you
human
can't do
anatomy.
anything. You can't change it. Like if it's stand up, then you're like, okay, there's a kid up front. Maybe I won't say the F word or whatever. But when it's a play, it's in there. It's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing
Well,
to be
and it's just
done.
like, and like they're more upstage too. So like literally all this kid is seeing is
Oh my
straight
gosh.
crack, like full butt crack. And then at a certain part of it, there's like a twerk written into this whole sequence.
Oh my
So it's just like,
gosh.
and it's like with one of the guys who's wearing like backless underwear.
What? Yeah. See, I don't think I'd feel comfortable bringing my kid to that. Like the parent, that's on the parents for that. It's always on the parents for that,
right.
for sure.
But it was really funny because like during some of the more inappropriate scenes, like it seemed like the parent was like looking over, but like was like smiling because it seemed like it was going over that kid's head. But then
Yeah.
when you bring out
Yeah, I
like,
got full crack out, full crack and
nude.
B.
And then like it seemed like she was sitting next to her sister, so they were like covering each other's eyes
my
and like cracking up.
gosh.
It was
Amazing.
It was honestly a very hilarious thing to be a part of. Those two kids learned quite a lot.
Yes.
But after that experience, I'm no longer censoring myself. Why
What do you
should
mean?
I?
No, yep.
Well, like, why should I? Like, if I'm going up and I'm doing stand up in front of a crowd and someone decides to bring their like 8-year-old kid, you brought your kid to this function, all right?
Well,
Like,
it's funny you brought that up because and someone else during psych brought that up to me that I brought my kid to your Silly Geese show, and that's when Amir was on, and he had a very grown up like content. And I guess I didn't know this, but I guess he wasn't very pleased that there was a kid in the audience, and I think there was only like 5 of us. I was like one of the last Silly Geese, and I guess he went and got like drunk in the parking lot, and then like complained about a kid being in the audience, and I was like, I'm sorry. I thought Silly Geese was always kind of G rated or not G or PG-13.
you thought,
Um,
I think a lot of people, the marketing led a lot of people astray on that one. Yes.
that I mean, look at all of our marketing. All of our marketing is towards children.
That's because they have whimsy. Damn it.
Look at your backdrop. You look at you are at a daycare.
That is that
Look at my
that is-
background. Mine too. My background looks
Well,
like
this is literally a kid's rug that I took the stuffing out of it out of this frog head so I could mount it like
I
a
have toys.
like a
I have
lion.
paint. Well, we are reliving our childhoods, but I bring my kid to some stuff sometimes as well, and it's, on me, and but 14, 15, it's not a big deal. 8, 8,
Eight to see full crack at
full
8
crack.
years
I can't
old.
sign off on that one. I can't sign off on full crack
But
for
like,
8.
yeah, but I think it's just like, all right, well, there's nothing you can do about it because like you're there with your adults.
Yeah,
So that's a
nothing you can
conversation for this family to have.
Well, and here's the thing. I grew up in a time in the 90s where we did see this kind of stuff all the time. Like, there wasn't, like, kids things to do. Like, my dad just took me to places. Like, I went to the bars with my dad. I went to shows. I went to movies. Like, that was just a normal thing in the 90s. So it's kind of funny now that there is such a separation of children and adults with, like, media. And because back in my day, there was none. You had Saturday morning cartoons, and that was the only thing you had towards kids. Everything else was for adults, and we watched like Terminator 2 when I was like 8. Like that's what we
Do
did.
you think do you feel like your kid it's bad for them to be less exposed to things?
I I I feel comfortable that I know so much about media that I can be there with her. So, like, I
Yeah.
was able to be like, "Okay, at 8, I feel like this is okay. At 10, 11, 12," right? So, like, even though, like, right now she's only 15 or 14, like, we'll watch, like, R-rated stuff, but we'll watch it together so we can talk about it. Whereas when we were kids, it was like we had to sneak it or, like, we had to watch something weird and it'd be like, "What was that?" For the next 10 years, right? Like, you didn't know, like,
Oh
watching
god.
something
Why did I get introduced to Two Girls, One Cup in, like, the basement of like
right? Like, we were watching stuff in weird places at weird times, like Skinamax, like, I remember very young watching, like, HBO, there was a show called Real Sex, and it was very gratuitous, very graphic, and some of those things will pop in now because there was, like there was, like, full, like, grown people orgy stuff, and I didn't know what was happening. It took me many years to be like, "Oh, that's what that was." You know what I mean? So,
But
I don't mind her knowing stuff, but I am available to be able to talk about it more. And I mean, the thing is, they have the internet, so they have access to everything. So I'm sure there's plenty of things I don't even know that she's seen. But at least I'm there. Hopefully, she knows that I'm there to talk her through it. You know what I mean? Versus us, where we didn't know nothing.
well, I bring this up though because there is such a huge separation, like, I just feel like I haven't seen a child, in a while, you know? Like, and I think that, like, if I were to be a parent now, that feels like it would be kinda isolating, just
It's
that
hard.
'cause, like, you can't bring your kid to anywhere that you like, and then, like, the people like, then it just gets, like, adults really used to there not being children around, and, like, they don't like, no one is empathetic towards each other.
It changes your whole life. Like, unless the one thing that's okay about it when you have kids is if your friends are having kids too, all the people that have kids kind of all go into that boat, right? So we all go to do stuff together. That is cool. But you do lose a lot of people in your life when you have a kid because I remember one party I went to when my kid was like 6 months old and I was in a living room and all of a sudden I smelled like marijuana in the house. This is before it was legal. And I was like, "Hey guys, I think I want to go," like smoking weed inside the house with my 6-month old, I wasn't giving them shit, but I couldn't stay because I had to be the mom. So you really go through a lot. Just think about it. Also, think about it when you have to go home and feed your cats and dogs. Like, it's that times a million when you have a kid. Like, you were.
Oh my god. Let me tell you a story right now. My sister is 8 years younger than me, all
Yeah.
right? So, we know that. And now she's an adult. Like, whatever. We could do whatever we want with each other. Not, like, well, not whatever we want because we're we're related. But
Yeah, okay. That goes without saying, but keep on going.
but like,
Weirdo.
she's an adult, so I don't have to worry about her anymore. But there was a time when she visited me and she was still in high school and like I'm in my early 20s and like I was living with a friend and my friends decided to come over and experiment with shrooms, but
Oh my
like
gosh.
I had my sister with me who was a literal minor and I was like, all right, I guess we're leaving for a couple of
Yeah, you got
hours.
that's motherhood. Like, if you wanna be a good parent, you gotta leave, and then you get isolated, and it's a really hard part about parenting. It's very lonely, it can be kinda boring, especially if you have a good partner, that's great, then you have that partner, but you gotta make sure you have a really good partner because what ends up happening is, like, one partner wants to go live like an adult, like, and the other partner has to stay with the kid, and then you become lonely even more, so it's not easy. It is not easy.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like in like India and actually, like I feel like a lot of Latin American cultures are like this too. The parties are for everyone, dude. Like you're dancing in this
Right, bring the
huge like
kids.
this huge lot. Like the music's loud for everyone. The kid is like falling asleep like on a pile of jackets and like
Yeah. I mean,
and then
that's
like
how
when
I
it's
grew up
time
too.
to
My
go.
parents took me to their parties. That's how they took me to the parties, and it was a different time. But all right, well,
Yeah.
we're getting at time. Let's wrap this up. Anything else you want to say about kids being at adult shows?
No, but I do want to talk about. I want to address something that
Do we
happened in
want
the
to
last.
do we
Huh?
want to do it on another pod? Do we want to just record another
No, it
pod?
has to be. It has. It's just gonna be 5 seconds. It's gonna be
Okay, all
five
right.
seconds. So, if you're listening, our last episode was quite gross. Do you agree?
Yep, and they
Yep.
love it, and they love
Um.
it.
Well, so we've started putting like the video ones that we've been editing on YouTube, and we got 2 comments on the last episode, and one of the comments was a huge fan of your burp, and it suggested that we should do burp wars.
I can't
We
make
should have
myself
a
burp. I
competition.
cannot make myself burp. I am not a person that can.
Well,
And,
you don't need to. We'll feed you
oh,
a bunch of carbonation.
absolutely not. I'm already embarrassed that one burp is out there. Like, I'm not like a prudish person, and I'm a pretty open person, but burping is really embarrassing. The fact that someone's excited about my burp, it's a is it a kink thing? I don't know. I'm not
It's just
getting into it.
funny. It was hilarious. It was perfect for that moment, Amy. Just living it.
And that is the most watched YouTube video that we have. That's what's gonna get us up to the top. You're never gonna get fame the way you want it.
Oh my gosh.
All
That's
right.
it.
Well, that's it. Stay cozy, pillow princesses. We love you. Send in your comments about whatever it is and your voicemails. And yeah, love you. Bye.
Bye.